First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. There's Scarborough on the toss. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. That's going to set him back 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
To throw on 2nd down, Jones. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
A handoff to Barkley. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. He dumps it off to Barkley. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a give to Barkley. Oh, now he bowls him over. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Come on, let's go.
Jones now to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit Or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Hey. Here we go. Red 38.
Operating from the gun, Jones. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
4 down.
Now it's Stafford. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. It's a big play there for the Lions. 66 yards.
Hey, tag 58 here, tag 58.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Stafford, and that's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
A 1st down carry for Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, we're good. Tag 53. Here we go. Even. 4 down. Even. Ready, hot. Slam.
Now Scarborough. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
All right, here we go.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
We got 4. You're set. 180.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. Pass incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Fights him off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Real right. Back 53. Watch the pass.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
That's where you belong. Four down. Zero.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Stafford now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Cut!
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, come on, let's go!
Now Jones, off play action. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Jones now to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Over! Hey! Hey, we got... Over!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, we got four. Four down. 57. Mike.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Four down.
This is Scarborough. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
57 to Mike.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch him now, Barney.
On 2nd down, Johnson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. 82.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Cut.
From the gun, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the... And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Come on, let's go. White, 90.
Jones Looking to throw on second down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12.
4 down, 4 down. Come on, let's go. White, 90. White, 90. Flex round, flex round. Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for New York. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch you now, Barney, Barney.
They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Yeah, let's go. Stop talking now, Ward.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tight right. Watch you now, Barney, Barney. Hold on. Watch you now, Barney, Barney. Check.
It's Scarborough again. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hold the look. Hold.
They try again with Scarborough. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Fielded at the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Wide, get wide. Let's go. Wide, 90.
They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. I got him.
A handoff, Barkley running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here we go. Grand 38.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
White 90. White 90. 53. Check 53. Ohio. Cut.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Lions,